What if everything you've experienced in this life, every hardship, every lesson, every triumph, was leading you to something much greater? What if the struggles you face are not just random, but are tied to a deeper cosmic journey? Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in psychology, believed that life is a continual process of transformation and individuation. He saw the human psyche as a vast, evolving landscape where the soul seeks to integrate all of its fragmented parts, moving closer to a state of wholeness. But what if there comes a point where you've learned all there is to learn, and this life is your final one? What if this is the last opportunity for your soul to complete its journey and transcend earthly limitations? This isn't about predicting the future or asserting a fixed destiny. It's about recognizing a deeper pattern, a spiritual rhythm that guides your soul through countless lifetimes. If you've ever felt an inner knowing that this life holds special significance, it may be a sign that your soul is nearing completion. Carl Jung did not necessarily subscribe to traditional religious concepts of reincarnation, but his theories on the psyche and the process of individuation suggest that the soul undergoes a profound journey across multiple lifetimes. In Jung's view, life is not a singular event, but an ongoing process of becoming whole, integrating the conscious and unconscious, the light and the shadow. Each lifetime offers the soul the opportunity to resolve unresolved aspects of itself, confront deeper fears, desires and wounds, and ultimately move toward self-realization. Jung described individuation as the journey of the psyche toward wholeness, transcending the ego to embrace the totality of the self. In this context, reincarnation is less about physical resurrection and more about the soul's continual evolution, a series of lifetimes spent peeling back layers of unconscious material until the soul reaches a state of harmony and understanding. When you have resolved the deepest parts of yourself and fully integrated your shadow, you may no longer need to return. This leads us to the idea of the last life, the final opportunity for the soul to align fully with its true essence and transcend earthly limitations. So, how can you recognize if this is your last life? What signs can guide you toward understanding whether you are approaching the end of this cycle? Let's explore 4 signs that might indicate this is the final chapter of your soul's journey on Earth. The first sign that this could be your last life is a profound sense of peace and completion that settles deep within your being. It's as if the noise and chaos of the world around you lose their grip, and you begin to experience an inner calm that is unwavering, regardless of external circumstances. Life, which may have once been driven by a frantic chase for success, validation, or meaning, now feels whole and complete. You may look back on your journey and feel a deep sense of contentment, as though every twist, turn, and challenge was exactly as it needed to be. There's no lingering regret, no unfinished business, and no burning desire to chase after something more. Jung believed that when the process of individuation, the journey towards self-realization, is nearing completion, the psyche reaches a state of harmony, a peace that comes from having integrated all the disparate parts of the self. The inner conflict, once so present, the restlessness, the desire for more, the questions that never seem to have answers, gradually fades away. The relentless need for external achievements or validation no longer holds sway over you. You feel as if you are exactly where you need to be, and the notion of more, of striving for something else, feels irrelevant. This calm isn't a result of any external circumstances, but rather a deep personal alignment with who you truly are. There's a quiet acceptance of yourself, your life, and the unfolding of everything that has brought you here. This sense of peace is often not something you try to force or consciously seek. It's simply the natural outcome of a soul that has evolved, learned, and grown through all its lifetimes. The patterns that once drove you, the incessant pursuit of meaning, success, or approval, begin to dissolve, and you find yourself at a place of inner equilibrium. You're not waiting for something more because you already know that what you've experienced has been enough, and the rest of your journey is one of peaceful surrender to what is. The second sign that this could be your last life is a profound and unwavering connection to the unseen, to the spiritual realm, or to something greater than yourself. As you approach the final stages of your journey, you may begin to sense a deep attunement to the universe, to the divine, or to what Jung referred to as the collective unconscious. This connection isn't necessarily religious, but rather a profound sense of unity with the greater flow of existence. You might find yourself moving through life with a quiet, unshakable understanding that you are part of a larger cosmic rhythm. There's a recognition that you are not separate from the world around you, but deeply woven into the fabric of it. As this awareness grows, experiences that once seemed random or insignificant now appear filled with meaning and purpose. Life begins to feel like a divine orchestration, where even the smallest moments seem to have a deeper significance. You may notice more synchronicities, those perfect alignments of events and opportunities that feel like the universe is directly confirming you are on the right path. These moments serve as subtle reminders that your life is unfolding in alignment with something greater than yourself. As your soul nears completion, your connection to the collective unconscious becomes more profound. Jung believed that when we reach the end of our spiritual journey, the veil between the individual consciousness and the collective unconscious thins. This opens up a deeper well of wisdom, insight, and understanding that was once hidden from view. You may find yourself intuitively understanding the meaning of events, feeling more at peace with life's challenges, and more connected to the energy of those around you. If you feel an increasing draw towards spiritual practices or a heightened sensitivity to the unseen energies around you, it could be a sign that your soul is preparing for its final integration. There is a sense of knowing, as though your soul is moving in harmony with the cosmos, understanding its place in the larger journey of existence, and ready to merge once again with the greater whole. The third sign that you might be living your last life is a profound loss of the fear of death. As you approach the final stages of your soul's journey, the concept of death no longer carries the weight of dread or anxiety that it once may have. Death, instead of being a distant and feared event, becomes a natural part of the cycle of life, a seamless transition, a return. You may even find yourself feeling a quiet sense of gratitude for the life you've lived, recognizing that it has fulfilled its purpose and is now ready for its next phase. Jung spoke deeply about the necessity of confronting the shadow, the parts of ourselves that we suppress or reject. With death, the shadow often represents our unconscious fear of the unknown, the inevitable end of our physical existence. But as we approach completion, we find that the shadow no longer has the same power over us. The fear that once gripped our hearts gradually fades as we enter a state of wholeness and inner peace. The ego, which so desperately clings to life, begins to dissolve, and what remains is a profound acceptance of death's inevitability. This is not resignation, but rather an embracing of life's cyclical nature. As you reach this stage, you may feel that you've completed what you came to do in this lifetime, and that it's time to move forward. The fear of leaving fades into a calm understanding that this is simply another phase of existence, just as birth was. The urgency to hold on to life slips away, replaced by a gentle surrender to what lies ahead. There is no rush, no panic, and no sense of longing for more. Instead, you feel peace in the quiet acknowledgement that everything has unfolded as it was meant to. Death becomes a companion, no longer an enemy, and you are able to face it with grace, knowing that your soul has come full circle. This lack of fear does not mean detachment or coldness, but signifies a deep spiritual acceptance, and knowing that life and death are not opposites, but parts of the same ongoing journey. The fourth sign that this might be your last life is a profound ability to see the bigger picture, a deep understanding that allows you to fully embrace the present moment without attachment. As your soul nears completion, the ego's tight grip on your perception of reality begins to loosen. No longer driven by desires, fears, or the need for external validation, you start to see the interwoven patterns of life and recognize the interconnectedness of all things. You begin to see beyond the surface, beyond the daily distractions and fleeting concerns, and understand the deeper forces that govern existence. Jung believed that as one approaches the realization of the self, there is a transformative shift in perception. The world of the mundane, once so important and consuming, begins to fade into the background, and you start to live from a place of pure presence. Your understanding of life becomes expansive as you recognize the transience of all things and no longer cling to fixed outcomes. The desire to control or manipulate the future dissipates, and you learn to embrace life as it is, fully aware of its temporary nature. This awareness doesn't cause detachment in the negative sense, but rather a deep and expansive connection with the moment. You are no longer bound by the illusion of time or the pressure to achieve, and instead you find peace in simply being. You understand that everything is interconnected, and the present moment is all that truly exists. This paradox, that by letting go of the need to control, you become more engaged, is one of the clearest signs that your soul is nearing the end of its earthly journey. It's the ability to live fully in the now, without the urgency that once defined your existence, finding contentment and fulfillment in just existing, in being present in each passing moment. In this state of grace, the world becomes a place of wisdom and acceptance, where everything flows effortlessly and you are at peace with both the known and the unknown. The signs that this might be your last life are not to be feared, but embraced. They are the markers of a soul that has traveled through many lifetimes, gathering wisdom, insight, and understanding along the way. But recognizing these signs is only the beginning. It is how you integrate them into your life that matters most. As you acknowledge the peace that comes with completion, the deep spiritual connection you now feel, the release of the fear of death, and your ability to see the bigger picture, you begin to align with your true essence. Jung's teachings remind us that the journey toward individuation, the realization of the self, is an ongoing process. This path toward wholeness isn't about rushing toward an end, but embracing each moment, every lesson, and every insight that comes your way. Whether this is your first life or your last, your soul continues to evolve, and each step you take is one of greater alignment with your true nature. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Each moment is an opportunity to embody this wisdom, to live with greater presence, and to embrace the lessons your soul has already begun to learn. Now the key is to continue living with intention, integrating the wisdom of the past and remaining open to the vast potential of your soul's journey. As you reflect on these signs, remember they aren't about predicting an end, but embracing the ongoing journey. A journey toward wholeness, acceptance, and peace. Whether this is your last life or not, the path of the soul is one of continual growth and transformation. Honor the lessons you've learned and know that you are exactly where you're meant to be, unfolding exactly as you should. If this is indeed your last life, trust that you are ready to step into a new stage of existence, one that transcends the limitations of earthly experience. The journey of the soul is eternal, and you are more connected to it than ever before. This is Echoes of Psyche, where we explore the depths of the unseen, the symbolic, and the mysteries of the soul's true path.